Hi, I'm John Hunter of REL, REL's lead designer, and today we get to introduce you to something truly special. All of our products are very, very close to us, but every once in a while we do a special edition, and the new Carbon Special is something we've been working on for about 1.5 years, and it is just magical. This is a 1,000-watt amplifier that we actually limit down to 800, but a beast of an amplifier, driving our best reference quality drivers. This is a 12-inch carbon fiber driver with 4 full inches of stroke, 2 front, 2 back. It's an amazing piece. In a bespoke cabinet, this is not a conventional 812 cabinet. This has larger internal volume than anything we've ever done in this category. This is the absolute apex of what we've ever been able to accomplish in a medium chassis design. Going back 10 years ago, we introduced the first limited edition, the 528 SE. It was a very limited edition piece that was only out for about 4 or 5 months, and it sort of announced the close of an era. More recently, about 2 years ago, we did the Carbon Limited. Really pretty much the same thing. It was the very tail end of the original Series S, certain number of units limited. This will be limited in scope and it won't be available at all times necessarily throughout the year, but it's something that's important to us. This is an ongoing product within this range, and as such, it's gotten a lot more attention and development during engineering. This is a real ground-up, authored, bespoke piece that will be with us for the next 4 or 5 years. So with the Carbon Special, we use our state-of-the-art wireless. It's called Airship. It sends 5.8 gig signals, 2 of them wide bandwidth, so we have one for the high level, one for the 0.1, both separated, so you can run both simultaneously. And it just produces this incredible zero compression sound. A lot of wireless still uses a fair amount of compression. This is completely uncompressed. It's about as good as you can ever get wireless at this time. And what you're going to find is this is a piece for very good speakers. We're talking about speakers at 10,000 and above, whether it's pounds or dollars. As you start going into pairs, you'll be able to pair this up with speakers that are extraordinary. And this also lends itself to stacking. The driver we use on the Carbon Special is lifted from the G1 Mark II reference design. It is a 12-inch driver, 350 millimeters. It weighs next to nothing. The actual moving mass of this thing is incredibly low. And yet it has 4 inches, 2 inches forward, 2 inches back. Massive amounts of stroke, which allows it to go extremely loud, and also is needed for going loud with extreme extension down low. So this design will go down into the teens with authority. It's an incredible piece of engineering. So for the amplifier and filter, we borrowed the amplifier from the big number 25, our reference piece, which sells for almost twice as much money as this. It's a fantastic amplifier. It's a 1,000-watt per channel design. It has tremendous amounts of headroom, and it's just so open and dynamic. The sound of this amplifier is just fantastic. The grip down low is wonderful. So this is a medium-sized cabinet, but it's bespoke. This is a unique cabinet only for the Carbon Special. It's been extended a little over 1 complete inch front to back, and the reason for that is simple. Even with the special passive that we used underneath, the cabinet still needed more volume. You could hear it immediately in testing, and so we extended it and it snapped everything together. All of a sudden we had this huge, weighty, concussive sound to it. The dynamics were breathing. Before it sounded all tight and congested, and it wasn't plumbing the real depths. So we try and do some fun things in industrial design every time we do one of these pieces so it doesn't stay stale for people. Our design language is just constantly evolving. And some time ago, I decided to do these very small, high-polished stainless steel badges that are at the heel. But the whole point to these is that you're sitting there in a room, you're looking across, and there's just something that catches your eye. You get this glint in the back of it underneath where you were expecting nothing. And it just sort of reminds you of the specialness of really complete design. So in conclusion, with the Carbon Special, what we've offered here is our absolute finest medium-sized chassis. Not everybody can afford to have some of our big reference pieces, and certainly not stacks of them in their room. And so this gives you a really big slice of that in a much more compact chassis, something that you can live with in an everyday living room. Everywhere you look on this piece, there's just a feast for the senses. There are wonderful, subtle accents of carbon fiber and really highly polished stainless steel, things that just catch your eye underneath, this beautiful sparkle on top, a little twinkle on the front of the grille. It's an amazing piece of fun design.